Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Financial Investor channel. My name is Brent, and today we're going to be covering the real reason the stock market is down on Monday, November 12th, 2018. We are currently having a bit of a pullback. I have the S&P 500 here up. I am watching this thing here towards the end of the day. I was expecting a sell-off here towards the end of the day, and it is selling off. So it had trended here sideways for quite a while during the day, starting up high, but announcement this morning, President Trump came out tweeting that the Democrats are beginning their investigation up against him. That could be causing the headache, the S&P 500 some headaches. And here, towards the end of the day, we were trading at 173.50 before selling off here. We hit lows of 171.99. We actually see it right here, low 171.99. So we are beginning to pop back up. Unfortunately, I don't have any cash available right now to buy that dip right now, but I did buy some stocks today, so that's always fun. So anyways, if you are brand new to my channel, I do make stock market, personal finance, real estate investment videos every single week. So if you are brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified of new content. And let's go ahead and get into the reasons the stock market is currently trending down. So this article came out. It's actually it has multiple subjects in here. So one of them, President Donald Trump came out saying that the Democrats are gearing up to begin their investigation against him, with the Russian collusion. So he tweeted out this morning the prospect of presidential harassment is causing the stock market headaches. Also, these FANG stocks are beginning to implode. Apple down more than 5% as Lumentum has cut its earnings and sales forecasts because of weak demand. JP Morgan also cut its price target of Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Google, Netflix, Microsoft, all down by more than 2%, some 3%, some 4%, Apple down 5%. So these are all weighing down these indexes. Currently, S&P 500 currently down right around 2%. Year to date still up 2.21%, but if this sell-off continues into tomorrow, we could lose all of these gains for year to date. The Dow Jones currently trading down today 2.42%. That is one of the heaviest losses here. Oh, actually, the NASDAQ there is right there as well. So Dow Jones 2.42% currently. Year to date up 2.94. The NASDAQ here down today 2.52. Year to date up 4.59. The Russell down 1.51% today. Year to date in the negative now as of today, down 0.58. The emerging markets, the dollar is getting stronger. So this is why it's still risky to invest in these emerging markets. Yes, it bounced off that $33, $34 point here, but this is still a very risky area. The emerging markets here down 1.47%. Year to date down 16.66%. Currently, stock futures, market's currently open, so I'm not looking at the stock futures as much, but here, everything is kind of trending here down pretty far. Monday, oil was up by more than 1.5% on Monday as Saudi Arabia announced a supply cut in December, but President Trump coming out with the announcement here. So here, oil was up 1.5%. Tweet came out this morning. It went nowhere else but down. Currently down 1.65% today. Year to date, oil, remember when oil was up 25%? It was hot earlier, just a few months ago. Oil was hot. It was up 16, 25% there at a time. Now we've basically lost all of those earnings year to date. The dollar was continuing to get stronger. We've hit record highs here as of 2016, 2017. Let's take a look at these last 3 years here. The dollar was weak for quite a while. Let's see if this thing reloads. Let's go ahead. There it goes. Oh. Okay, so here, back in January of 2017, the dollar was at $102. So right now, we were at a pretty weak point where the dollar was very inexpensive. Rates were very low and suppressed, but Fed has been coming out raising their rates, which is causing debt to get more expensive. Also, the dollar that they're having to pay back, those emerging markets, those companies that have borrowed money, this dollar is getting stronger. So it's a double whammy here. So the Dow sinks as the stock market contends with a fresh threat, a rising dollar. So dollar gets stronger, you're having to pay back a much more expensive. It's not a cheap dollar anymore. You're not just paying it back with cheap cash. This cash is worth. It may not look like much, but those increments just within the last few months, this dollar within the last few months has crept up from this $89 point to now trading at 97.56. So it's getting much stronger here. So here's a little quick snippet. If you guys want to stop the video, read that over for yourself. It kind of shows as to why the rising dollar is a bit of a threat here, how it's hurt the emerging markets. Inflation kind of getting out of control over there in Venezuela, and so on. So silver also getting hammered today, down 1.16. Gold also getting hammered today, up or down 0.7. Only thing that I saw really positive today was bonds, up 0.15. So that's a little bit there. I don't know a lot of investors there that are currently holding a whole lot of bonds. They got really scared recently. I saw a lot of them moving into bonds a couple months ago, and then they saw that dip happen even when the stock market came down and their bond funds came down, and they're like, what's the point of me investing in bonds if the market's going to go down and my bonds are going to go down with it? The bonds are supposed to alleviate some of that as well, alleviate some of the risk within the stock market. But bonds are up today, 0.15. The markets are actually closed 3 minutes ago. If you want to flip back over here to where we closed. So S&P 500 closed currently. This is after hours. I could switch it over right now. If I wanted to switch it over to the extended hours, I can go ahead and switch it over and make trades here in the after hours. But I do not want to currently. So here we can see here in the after hours, we closed at 272.53. There's currently some trades coming in here, 272.85. So currently, stock futures, they're moving the market back up right now. Not stock futures, but current trading is showing the direction of positive right now. So if you did buy this dip here towards the end of the day, expecting the sell-off to accelerate, good for you. Pat yourself on the back. Otherwise, if you did buy earlier in the day, you may have bought a little bit high, depending on if you buy the SPY, the VOO, or if you bought individual stocks. I bought some individual stocks. I made a video coming out just this morning, going over, making a couple purchases. So that is that. So crude prices settle negative. So again, here, President Trump came out this morning saying, oh, the investigation here, it's gonna affect the stock market, kind of a bit of a headache, and the oil sold off at this time. I don't know if I can read some more here. Let's see if I can click on here, if I can read some more. Oh, there it goes. So today's biggest winner in the struggling S&P 500 is Nectar Therapeutics. It had a gain of 3.28%. That doesn't seem like a very large gain, but in today, with everything going down 2 to 5% here, and some more. Oh, it's actually a gain of 9.6. Okay, so DBTI crude took a nosedive into negative territory, settling 0.5 below price per barrel after President Donald Trump tweeted his thoughts on OPEC's plan to reduce supply. Hopefully, Saudi Arabia and OPEC will not be cutting down oil production. So I guess he came out saying that he hopes that Saudi Arabia and OPEC do not cut down their supply. Well, what happened over here in our little snippet? Oil prices shot up today. So President Trump came out this morning, which probably oil prices were already up because Saudi Arabia announced supply cuts in December. But then maybe President Donald Trump's tweet came out and counteracted that. So kind of a mix there. So kind of 50-50. I'm not sure who came out first there. Either the announcement from Saudi Arabia or the tweet from President Donald Trump. So oil slips back at $50 or $60 a barrel. Yep, $60 a barrel. We were looking at highs of $77 a barrel. So real estate right there looking hot. Today's real estate up 0.11%. Utilities, consumer staples, communication services, materials, all the way down. We can see that the hardest hit sectors are those information technologies and the consumer discretion. Consumer discretionary and energy and financials, healthcare, basically anything really other than real estate, utilities, and consumer staples. So as we're getting into this volatile market, it could be worth it in your interest to take a look at what is out there in consumer staples area. I've talked about a few consumer staples stocks. I always, I recommend a few, Winston Churchill? No, maybe not. CHD. I forgot what that. They're the ones that make the Arm & Hammer. I think they're pretty good consumer. Church and Dwight Co. So I'm just kind of here talking now. That is basically all I wanted to cover today. So the stock market is completely closed for today. We closed at 272.53, and these are now official, down 1.97 for the day. Dow Jones 2.32, and the NASDAQ down 2.52. So the Dow Jones did have a bit of a pullback. The S&P 500, they did sell off a little bit faster. They were down 1.5%, now down near 2%. The Dow Jones here, they came back off their lows of 2.5. If we want, we can go ahead and pull the Dow Jones. I believe, what's their DIA? Is their ticker symbol here. So here for the day, we can see here there was a bit of a sell-off towards the end of the day, hitting those lows of 253.68 before bouncing back up now to 254.23. So that is it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, hit that like button below. What do you guys think for tomorrow on Tuesday? Do you think the markets will continue to kind of sell off, or do you think everything's sort of settled? Those FANG stocks took a bit of a hit today. Are you guys looking at anything there? Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Square? Let me know in the comment section below. I always appreciate all your guys' comments. And of course, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.